Welcome to Part 9 of the Rediscovering Wellness series, a part of the Four Wing Balance Library. This library is an initiative of the Four Wing Balance Steering Committee. During this session, we're going to discuss how to read food labels properly and accurately. Why should we use food labels? Food labels provide information you can use to make informed choices about foods and drinks at the grocery store and at home. They can help you compare and choose products more easily, know what ingredients a food or beverage product contains, and choose products with a little or a lot of a nutrient that is of interest to you. As part of Health Canada's healthy eating strategy, changes were made to food labels starting in 2016, with a 5-year transition period that ends on 14th December 2021. Most packaged foods in Canada must have a nutrition facts table. Some foods are exempt, including fresh vegetables and fruit, raw meat and poultry, except when they are ground, raw seafood, one-bite confections that are individually sold, milk sold in refillable glass containers, individual servings of food to be consumed immediately, foods prepared or processed in stores such as bakery items or salads. Other exceptions include beverages with an alcohol content over 0.5% and foods that are prepared, processed, and sold at a roadside stand, craft show, flea market, fair, farmer's market, or sugar bush. Foods that contain very few nutrients, such as coffee, tea, vinegar, or spices, also do not have nutrition facts tables. The nutrition facts table helps you make informed choices. It provides you with information on serving size, calories, percent daily value, and the 12 core nutrients. The 12 core nutrients include fat, saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, sodium, carbohydrates, fiber, sugar, protein, potassium, calcium, and iron. These nutrients must be listed. However, some nutrients that are optional to include on the nutrition facts table are folate, vitamin D, vitamin B12, vitamin C, and vitamin A. First, we're going to talk about serving size. So serving size is included on all nutrition facts tables. However, it's not necessarily suggesting you eat that much. Instead, it provides a quantity to calculate the numbers in the nutrition facts table. The serving size allows you to understand how much of a nutrient you're eating, compare calories and nutrients between two similar packaged products, and compare the serving size to the amount you actually eat. The serving size is provided in a common household measure as well as in grams or milliliters, depending on the type of food. Examples of common household measures include cups, teaspoons or tablespoons, number of pieces or fractions of food. So you can see on this one, the serving size is per half cup drained or 125 milliliters. The next part is calories. So calories are the amount of energy in food and are provided by carbohydrates, fat, and protein. The calories listed on the nutrition facts table are based on an amount of food. If you eat more than the amount of food listed in the serving size, your calorie intake will be higher than the value listed. Vice versa, if you eat less than the amount of food that's listed in the serving size. The number of calories in a serving for this can of beans pictured is 90 calories. Next is percent daily value. So the percent daily value is found on the right-hand side of the nutrition facts table. It shows you if a serving size has a little or a lot of a nutrient. So 5% DV or less is a little, and 15% DV or more is a lot. It is not meant to be used to track the total amount of nutrients you have in a day, because some foods we consume don't have nutrition facts table, including our fresh veggies and fruits or our raw meat. The percent DV must be listed for fat, saturated, and trans fats, as well as sodium, carbohydrates, fiber, sugars, potassium, calcium, and iron. The percent DV for cholesterol is optional. So looking at this label, we can see that the percentage for fat is 1% here, saturated fat is also 1%, and sodium is at 5% here. So that means that there is a little of these nutrients in this can of beans. So that's good when we think about saturated fat and sodium intake. We can also see here that fiber is 25% and calcium is at 15%. So that means that there is a lot of these particular nutrients in the product. There is also a footnote at the bottom, so you can see that here. That helps us to understand what percent daily value means in case you forget when you're looking at the label. So you can use percent DV to compare two different food products to help me make an informed choice. We want to choose products that are higher in nutrients that we may want more of, such as fiber, potassium, calcium, and iron, and lower in nutrients we may want less of, such as saturated and trans fats or sodium. So we already have sessions that go into detail on nutrients. However, let's do a quick overview of the 12 core nutrients that must be listed on the nutrition facts table. So fat provides your body with energy, helps your body grow and develop, and helps to absorb the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. There are three types of fat: trans fat, saturated fat, and unsaturated fat. Trans fat is an unhealthy fat as it raises the levels of bad cholesterol in the body and can lower the levels of good cholesterol. Partially hydrogenated oils, which are the main source of industrial produced trans fat, was banned in Canada on September 17, 2018. Trans fats can also be found in some animal-based foods as they occur naturally. Saturated fat is an unhealthy fat as it raises the levels of bad cholesterol in the body. Nearly half of Canadians consume too much saturated fat. It's found in animal-based foods, palm and coconut oil, lard, and shortening. Unsaturated fats, however, are good for your health. There are two types, polyunsaturated and monounsaturated. These fats can be found in a variety of nuts and seeds, fatty fish, and a variety of vegetable oils, as well as avocados. Cholesterol is a type of fat made by the body and is found in dairy products, egg yolks, fish, and seafood, and meat. Foods that are high in saturated and trans fats increase your blood cholesterol level. Foods that are high in cholesterol may also increase your blood cholesterol level for some people. Sodium is a mineral that the human body needs in small quantities to conduct nerve impulses, contract and relax muscles, and maintain the proper balance of water and minerals. Most of the sodium found in the Canadian diet is added to foods during processing. Too much sodium may lead to high blood pressure, which is a major risk factor for stroke, heart disease, and kidney disease. The recommended daily intake for a person aged 14 to 50 years is 1,500 milligrams. On average, Canadians consume about 2,760 milligrams of sodium per day, which is higher than the upper intake limit of 2,300 milligrams. Carbohydrates are the body's main source of energy. The main kinds of carbohydrates are fiber, starch, and sugars. Fiber is a non-digestible carbohydrate found in plant foods. It may help with bowel regularity, lower blood cholesterol levels, and help you feel fuller for longer. It can be found in fruits, legumes, nuts and seeds, vegetables, and whole grains. Sugars are found in fruit, vegetables, and milk, and they're also found in high amounts in fruit juice, honey, and syrups. Sugars are added to many foods during processing or preparation, so that it adds taste, texture, and or color. Sugary drinks are the top source of sugars in the Canadian diet. Excess sugar consumption can lead to tooth decay and excess calories, which can lead to overweight and obesity. Health Canada recommends a healthy eating pattern where most sugars come from fruit, vegetables, and unsweetened dairy products. Protein helps to build and repair body tissues and is also a source of energy. Protein is mostly found in dairy products, eggs, fish, and seafood, legumes, meat, nuts and seeds, and poultry. There is no percent daily value for protein because most people do get enough protein. Potassium is a mineral that has many functions within the body, including helping to regulate blood pressure and making nerves and muscles work. Potassium-rich sources include fruits, vegetables, lean meats, whole grains, and beans and nuts. Calcium is a mineral that helps your muscles work and forms the structure of your bones and teeth. Calcium food sources include tofu, dairy products, dark green vegetables, fish with edible soft bones, and unsweetened fortified plant-based beverages. Iron is a mineral that helps produce red blood cells and transport oxygen throughout your body. It can be found in dried fruits, eggs, fish and seafood, enriched whole grain products, legumes, meat, poultry, and some vegetables such as asparagus and spinach. We're now going to move on to the ingredient list. So ingredients are listed in order by weight, beginning with the ingredient that weighs the most and ending with the ingredient that weighs the least. So for this product, the largest amount of present ingredient is organic whole grain rolled oats here at the top. So the smallest amount of a present ingredient is sea salt, which we can see right at the bottom here. With the food labeling changes, Health Canada grouped sugar-based ingredients together in brackets after the name sugars, which helps consumers identify all sources of sugars in a food, as sugars have many different names. So you can see here that we have sugars and then brackets, organic evaporated cane syrup, organic oat syrup, solids contain mixed tocopherols, right? And brackets. So that is all the sugars that are contained in this product. Other nutrients such as saturated and trans fat and sodium also appear under many different names. So examples of saturated fat can include bacon, lard, shortening, suet, or tallow. Examples of trans fat include hydrogenated fats and oils and shortening. And examples of sodium include brine, disodium phosphate, MSG, or soy sauce. So there are two types of nutrition claims, either nutrient content claims or health claims. Nutrition claims are optional and may be found on some products. If a claim is on a food product, it must follow certain rules from Health Canada to ensure consistency and that the claim isn't misleading. There are other types of claims referred to as general health claims, which have appeared on front of package labeling. Examples include symbols, logos, and specific words or phrases such as healthy choice. These claims aren't developed by the government and are instead developed by third parties or corporations. It's not recommended for consumers to rely on general health claims to make informed food choices. Nutrient content claims are a type of nutrition claim that describes the amount of nutrient in a food. For example, high source of fiber. These claims can help you choose foods that contain nutrients that you want more or less of. They are optional and only highlight one nutrient, so ensure you read the nutrition facts table to make informed food choices. Let's take a look at some nutrient content claims and what they mean. When a product has a claim that includes the keywords of free, no, zero, or without, it's saying that the food provides an amount of a nutrient that's so small, it likely won't affect your body. When a product has a claim that includes the keywords of low, little, or few, it's saying that the food provides a very small amount of the nutrient. When a product has a claim that includes the keywords of reduced, less, lower, fewer, it's saying that the food has been processed or modified so it contains at least 25% less of a nutrient when compared to a similar product. When a product has the keywords source contains, it provides a significant amount of the nutrient. When a product has the keywords more, higher, it provides 25% more of a nutrient compared with a similar product. If a product says it's a good source of a nutrient, then it has at least 15% of the recommended daily intake for the specified vitamin or mineral. When a product has the keywords high in or high source of, it's specifically talking about fiber and saying it contains at least 4 grams of fiber. When a product has the keywords excellent source, very high source, or rich, it means it provides a very large amount of that nutrient. Light refers to either calories or fat. The food has been processed or modified to contain at least 25% calories or fat when compared with a similar product. Lean means that the product contains 10% or less fat, and extra lean means that the product contains 7.5% or less fat. Health claims can help you choose foods that you may want to include in your healthy eating pattern and to reduce risk of chronic diseases. An example can help you lower cholesterol and reduce the risk of heart disease. There are different rules based on the type of health claim being made, so let's take a look at these. For a product to make a health claim about potassium, sodium, and reduced risk of high blood pressure, the food must be low in or free of sodium, may also be high in potassium, must be low in saturated fatty acids, must be limited in alcohol, must have more than 40 calories if not a fruit or vegetable, and must have a minimum of at least one vitamin or mineral. For a product to make a health claim about calcium, vitamin D, regular physical activity, and reduced risk of osteoporosis, the food must be high or very high in calcium, may also be very high in vitamin D, can't have more phosphorus than calcium, must be limited in alcohol, must have more than 40 calories if not a fruit or vegetable. For a product to make a health claim about vegetables and fruit and reduced risk of some types of cancers, The food must be either a fresh, frozen, dried, or canned fruit or vegetable, or fruit juice or vegetable juice. And of course, must be limited in alcohol. If you are interested in learning more about nutritional wellness, check out the remainder of our sessions in the Rediscovering Wellness series.